Yo, what is up guys, Ghost here, and in today's video we're going to be looking specifically at the new weaponry available in Season 3 Escalation. I'm sure you guys have already seen the new trailer and are somewhat up to date on the content of Season 3, so I won't waste your time telling you what you already know, but these are the first truly futuristic weapons in Battlefield 2042 that really fit the game's narrative, and I know you guys are probably eager to hear exactly how they function. Before we begin though, it'd be awesome if you guys could hit that subscribe button so you won't miss out on any future Battlefield videos. We're getting pretty close to the big 40k, a massive milestone there, so let's see if we can hit it before the year is out. So let's begin with the Mark IV Railgun, arguably the most popular weapon in Season 3. So just like in previous seasons, you unlock this one through the Battle Pass, but don't worry, it is one of the free tiers, as are all the weapons, so you don't need to buy premium for it. So the Rausch Railgun, as some may know, uses electromagnetic force to propel the projectile at insane speeds. Therefore, you can almost certainly expect this weapon to have a much higher velocity and less bullet drop than other conventional weapons. Now, because it uses electricity, it has a battery pack as its underbarrel attachment slot, and this actually allows you to send different amounts of energy to the railgun, allowing for two different firing modes. So firstly, you've got single shot mode, always a one-shot kill in the head at any range. However, the drawback here is that you'll have to charge the weapon up before taking the shot. If you've ever played Widowmaker in Overwatch, you'll know what I'm talking about. This weapon is essentially a copy of Widowmaker's rifle, which is definitely not a bad thing. So you tuck in behind cover while you charge it up, and then you pop out and go for that headshot. Now the second mode is burst mode, and as you might imagine, it's for more of a CQC situation. The cool thing about this gun though is that you can change the battery settings on the fly without having to switch a magazine to a different ammo type as you would with a different weapon if you wanted it kitted out for a different situation. It isn't yet clear how long that mode change will take, but if you can almost instantly change from one mode to another, that could be very effective indeed. Okay, next let's take a look at the Railgun Tank. So as you guys saw in the trailer, the tank hunkers down and lowers its suspension before taking the shot at the enemy Condor. So this tank, just like the Railgun, also has two modes: Siege mode and Mobility mode. So you can switch between modes by pressing Z or down on the D-pad. Siege mode will maximize the main gun's destructive power, and as we saw in the video, it lowers your suspension. However, the drawback is that, as you might have guessed, you can barely move. So the idea here is that you use mobility mode to get yourself into a good position, activate siege mode, and let the enemy have it. Who knows how long these modes are actually going to take to switch between, but there's almost certainly going to be some kind of animation that plays out. Now, if these railguns really do have incredibly low bullet travel time, or possibly even zero bullet travel time, essentially hit scan, they could be incredibly powerful at longer ranges, especially if you're taking out enemy helis and things like that. It also comes equipped with a threat detection system that highlights hostile soldiers and vehicles that cause damage to you. So if you're in that vulnerable siege mode and somebody starts hammering on you, you can tell straight away who it is. Now, there's no mention of a secondary weapon for the tank driver here. I wouldn't rule that out though, but they do mention that the gunner seat will have a machine gun and an EMP field grenade launcher, allowing you to scramble an enemy vehicle and get out of dodge, I suppose. There's a new shotgun as well, the NVK-S22, so this is a double-barreled automatic shotgun. Kind of cool seeing that actually, because most shotguns in Battlefield are usually single-barreled, and it carries the same blue aesthetic indicative of being made in this Nordvik weapons factory, as does the new sidearm, the NVK P125. So this is a little bullpup pistol. It looks like it carries 14 rounds, and it packs quite a punch. Now, as far as I know, despite appearances, neither of these weapons use batteries or any sort of railgun tech, so apart from looking cool and futuristic, you can pretty much expect them to function just like other weapons. Okay, let's talk about Zane here a little bit. So the new specialist has the XM378 Airburst rifle, and if you've ever played Battlefield 4 and used the XM25, you'll be very familiar with how it works. So it's a gadget used to flush out enemies that are hiding behind cover, or even kill them outright. However, this gun has to actually be calibrated first to be effective. So what you do is you aim it at a piece of cover somebody's hiding behind, you hit V on PC or down arrow on console, and you'll then have locked in that specific distance. So this is the detonation range where the projectiles will actually explode, and then you simply shoot your rounds above or to the side of that piece of cover, and they should explode just as they pass it, doing tons of damage to whatever poor sod is behind it. If your interface turns blue within the weapon, that means you're aiming at the right distance. Now you can use the weapon without doing that. It can be hip fired, you can just whip it out and ADS at somebody's face and it will explode on impact. However, the trajectory of the shots will be much flatter and it will deal far less damage. So when you do use the new specialist come November 22nd when Season 3 releases, just bear that in mind. I think we're definitely going to see a lot of people complaining that he sucks and they don't know what to do with the airburst, so that's how it works. Now those are the juicy weapons, but we're also getting a couple of new Vault weapons, the A91 from Battlefield 3, I believe, and the XM8 from Bad Company 2. Oh, right, and then there's the throwing knife, of course. So that's kind of cool, taking a leaf out of Call of Duty's bouquet dice. Just kidding, that's fine. So I fully expect this to be a one-hit kill in any body part, and possibly even at any range, kind of like it works in COD, depending on its velocity, I suppose. It's a bit of a gimmicky weapon, I guess. Like, I'd probably still prefer something more tactical, like a smoke grenade, almost any day of the week, but I guess it could be fun for a bit of a laugh and some comical Battlefield moments. I'm going to leave it there for today, boys. Let me know down below what you think of Season 3 so far. Personally, I think it's looking pretty damn exciting. That trailer was really one of the best I've seen, but as we've learnt in recent years, the proof is in the pudding, the proof is in the gameplay. I really like the futuristic direction they've taken with this season though, especially considering we haven't really seen any futuristic stuff out of Battlefield 2042 yet at all, so that's awesome. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later.